Hey there, welcome to the channel. So by now, you have probably heard the word Metaverse plenty of times. Throughout the last couple of months, it has been a major trending topic. Even search term volume on Google around buying Metaverse land is competing with terms around buying actual real estate. Billions of dollars are pouring into the Metaverse. Major tech companies are making huge investments into it, and we're seeing virtual real estate selling for up to $4.3 million, and that's just so far. Companies that are building the metaverse have had their underlying cryptocurrencies go up by as much as 4,200% and even 15,000% in 2021 alone. And as of the time that I'm recording this video, a single plot in land in either of the two most currently popular metaverse projects, the Sandbox and Decentraland, will cost you at least $13,000. Now, I know those numbers sound crazy high, but if understanding and investing in the metaverse is something that piques your interest, then you don't need to spend anywhere near that amount of money to get in. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on what the metaverse is and why it could be very important for us to understand it and maybe consider getting involved. Okay, so what exactly is the metaverse? Now, some people say that it's just a buzzword, and the metaverse is simply the virtual worlds inside of video games where we can run around and play in, which have been around for decades. And while I can understand why some might say that, the definition that I think is most accurate and easy to understand is simply the metaverse is a network of 3D virtual worlds, sometimes intersecting with the real world, that is focused on entertainment and social connection. It's a place where we can build onto it in ways only limited by our imagination, and we'll be able to network with others in an incredibly immersive way, even outside of video game environments. So here's what both the founder of Nvidia, Jensen Juang, and the founder of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, recently said about the metaverse.
We now have the technology to create new 3D virtual worlds or model our physical world. These virtual worlds will obey the laws of physics, or not. There can be AI or friends with you. We will jump from one world to another, like we do on the web with hypertext. This new world will be much larger than the physical world. We will buy and own 3D things, like we buy 2D songs and books today. We will buy, own, sell homes, furniture, cars, luxury goods, and art in this world. Creators will make more things in virtual worlds than they do in the physical world. We built Omniverse for builders of these virtual worlds. Some worlds will be built for gathering and games, but a great many will be built by scientists, creators, and companies. Virtual worlds will crop up like websites today.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful. Next, there are avatars, and that's how we're going to represent ourselves in the metaverse. Avatars will be as common as profile pictures today, but instead of a static image, they're going to be living 3D representations of you. Your expressions, your gestures, that are going to make interactions much richer than anything that's possible online today. You'll probably have a photorealistic avatar for work, a stylized one for hanging out, and maybe even a fantasy one for gaming. You're gonna have a wardrobe of virtual clothes for different occasions, designed by different creators and from different apps and experiences. Importantly, you should be able to bring your avatar and digital items across different apps and experiences in the metaverse. Beyond avatars, there is your home space. You're going to be able to design it to look the way you want, maybe put up your own pictures and videos and store your digital goods. You're going to be able to invite people over, play games, and hang out. You'll also even have a home office where you can work. Your home is your personal space from which you can teleport to anywhere you want.
Pretty interesting, right? See, when you combine two fast-growing technologies like virtual reality and the blockchain with Web3 with one of the fastest-growing industries in the world, the gaming industry, then you end up with what I personally feel is one of the biggest opportunities anyone alive has ever seen, which is why it has been getting tons of attention from investors and the media. Now, I know that's a big statement and it's a lot to take in, so I'm going to break it down by what will be made possible by the metaverse. With the advent of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, it is now possible to have verifiable ownership of digital assets, and that includes virtual land. So imagine building an experience inside of a virtual world on your own plot of land, and imagine that experience being pretty much anything you can dream up. Build a movie theater room where you and your friends and your family can gather and watch a movie in virtual reality together, or build an e-commerce store where customers can virtually walk through and buy things from your store, much like you could do in a retail shop. And imagine hosting virtual events and conferences. And although NFTs make digital ownership possible, building things in the metaverse won't require you having to own certain assets, because companies like Meta and Microsoft and Nvidia are building metaverse platforms where anyone can build in. And look, maybe you're not building anything, but instead you're participating in these things. Play your favorite video games and actually own the digital items that your avatar is equipping, right? And then sell them on the open market if you'd like. Or imagine suiting up with some VR goggles and choosing a location anywhere in the world that you'd like to work from, and then working remotely from that location on these huge floating monitors. You'll be able to put on a VR headset for a totally immersive experience from your house. And you could wear augmented reality glasses around the real world that will expand on your physical experiences of it. So for example, you could play chess in the park with someone from across the world. You could work together with team members from your company, or enjoy dinner, with your parents or your kids while you're, in a completely different physical location than they are. Examples of all of these experiences are already being built, and there's much more to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So basically, we have the convergence of all kinds of technologies happening here. You've got virtual reality, augmented reality, the blockchain, NFTs, artificial intelligence, sensor technology, and more realistic graphic engines to power the entire experience. And then you layer on gaming, which is already a $178 billion industry, which will make for some pretty interesting stuff coming up. And I'll say, as a tech geek, admittedly biased from making my first money on the internet from online video games when I was just 16, I am personally very excited about the possibilities that the metaverse will usher in for us, from an experiential and entertainment use case to the expansion of the creator economy, and also as a business or investment opportunity. And yes, there are a lot of people who are concerned that VR and the metaverse will be this sort of cheapened human experience, that it'll be an escape from reality. And in some ways, I'm sure that will be true. But I think when we look at it not as something that is an escape from reality, but rather an expansion of reality, it allows us to see the possibilities, to participate in and contribute to those possibilities in ways that can be quite meaningful. And like social media and how it has had, some major issues, it has also brought us many benefits. And we can say those things about all kinds of emerging and disruptive technologies, from the internet itself to self-driving cars and so much more. And just like those things came, the metaverse is coming, and it's going to usher in a new level of connectedness, a bigger and more richer creator economy, and digital ownership that no other technology currently offers. And with that, of course, an incredible opportunity. So that's it for this one. Go ahead and watch the next video that pops up, and be sure to get subscribed so you don't miss the next video releasing soon. And I'll see you in the next one.